Time for a love potion, a little sweet and spice. Throw it all in a cauldron, mix it up real nice. Fire in my eyes, stir counterclockwise. I dream of you all night. Feel with emotion, follow the signs. With this love potion, you will be all mine. I'm pulling you closer to me. You're finding it harder to breathe. The magic is taking over your mind entirely. I'm the only one that you see. I got what you want, what you need. Before you know it, you are falling deep in love with me. Little sweet and spice. Throw it out in a cup. Made a love potion for you.
Hey, yo. How's everybody doing? How has your weekend been going? What are you working on? What have you been working on? How are you? I suspect my co-host forgot that they agreed to co-host, so it's probably sleeping. If any of the hosts or anyone want to join me on stream, just let me know on Discord. I'll send you the invite button. Otherwise, I think I'm perfectly capable of just chatting with everybody for about an hour at the moment. I woke up about a half hour ago and the migraines punched me in the face. So this is we we uh we just have this Sam at the moment, which is fine. I do not yet know if I will be going to try to sleep off the migraine before stream 13 later, or if I will try to get work done at stream 12. But regardless of whether or not I get any work done today, I did get 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 4 chapters critiqued this weekend, so I still made some pretty good progress. Hey, yo, Shannon. Yes, make friends with the like button. Good morning. I think you may hear a rare case of Sam morning voice at the moment. So Jessica did nothing for Bloody Books yesterday. Woo! But you got another project moved into your writing program, didn't you? Now I have to actually get things done toward it for posterity's sake. That's fair. After this break stream, you've got 2 more streams by Sarah and CB hosting stream 12 and 13 respectively. Hey, Morgan, you've been working all weekend sadly, so you gotta sit down and write. Well, my brain just took a pause, but we're fine. We've got 6 more hours of working stream after this one, so you'll get some stuff done, I'm sure. Thank you. It's not nearly as bad anymore. Now that I have been awake and stuff for a little bit, it's feeling better, which is the only reason I'm like, oh, I might be able to get up and work. We'll just see. It stormed pretty bad last night, so which great for sleeping, just bad for migraining. Heyo, yep. You moved 25,000 words of work to death into Scrivenger, which is only half of it. That's still that's half of it. Half of it's been moved. So you don't have to move that later. So yeah, progress is progress. It's good. You had to switch priorities for the weekend. But I do hope you are able to get the some progress on Bloody Books, because that was your main goal. And I know how mildly frustrating it can be to not be able to work on the thing that you planned to work on. My brain is coming back to me again. So Does anybody have any plans for November? I know a lot of people are dropping Nano for a variety of reasons. But does anybody have any like alternative plans or something you want to try? Any new groups or maybe familiar groups? Like I believe the Troublemakers are trying to do their own thing that month or have their own thing. Jessica feels that it rained for 2 days here and my allergies and me have been rebelling the entire time. Sometimes the weather just does not want to agree with us. My goal for November is to finish critiquing the rest of this book, and I have a project that I only work on in October, but I was unable to work on it in October. So instead, I'm going to dedicate time every day in November to work on it. And maybe I'll get the outline finished. I'm not even halfway through, I don't think, with the outline, but I have fun with it. And that's all that matters. There's this one character that, like, when I first started working on it, I didn't really have a good idea for the characterization of this character. But then the moment that I started writing them in the outline, I was like, oh yes, this is a tiny love of my life. I love this character phenomenally, and I am so excited to write more of their perspective. Morgan says there's a local group here that is doing Novel November, basically Nano without the Nano name. I'm planning to join them on some in-person sprints. Oh, that sounds fun. Mystery started my challenge at the start of this month, 90 days to second draft. So bear with Sam. She knows how months work. So you started it in October, and then you'll continue it in November. That's 60. So this is your like thing for the rest of the year then, because that would wrap up in December. Uh, Jessica's gonna just try to read through and replot Krampus as soon as I finish Bloody Books, which is getting there. It's not anywhere near as long as some of my others. Not all stories need be the same length. I look forward to the Krampus book a lot. I might also replot without reading through A New God because I want to get back into that at some point. I enjoy the name of all of your projects. Like even if they're just placeholder names, you're good at naming your projects. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Getting ready for the day. Yeah, okay. That was to the we'll finish up. Uh in December, I'm excited about December because that is when I have booked for my editor and I to work on not for her, to prepare it to be released on my website. So Morgan's really excited for their Writing Till Dawn party on the Is that an online party or an in-person party? Because at the moment, I currently have this idea of a bunch of writers sitting around like at a library with with big like thermoses of coffee and tea and other drinks, just typing away on their laptops until dawn, and then laying across the floor in sleeping bags. But this feels like it would be more something done on stream. Jessica normally just throws something on it, but the titles usually stick. I feel that. Oh, it is an in-person party. Nice. Is it like, if you don't mind me bugging you for details, is it done at a cafe? Uh, well, is it hosted anywhere, or are you getting together with like a group of friends and someone's hosting it in at their house? Because that just sounds really fun to do in person. Granted, it would also be fun to do online, but like I'm an outgoing extrovert, so I really enjoy in-person events as well. Which I've started looking into some of the like book convention and writer conventions. Not probably not going to be able to do anything with that next year, but I want to start like looking into them to see if I can maybe go to those in the not too distant future, especially since my kids are getting older. So like they could either come with me or they'll be fine without me. I'm checking on the questions that we have set up here. I hit the wrong button. Okay, Jessica said that's a fun sleepover. Everyone just doing their own thing and chilling. It's at a community center. There's food, games, drinks, and apparently a pancake. Ooh, pancake breakfast. That makes sense. That sounds so fun. I don't think we have. Maybe we do. I mean, we didn't used to have a community center, but they've been building so much up in the city the past few years. So I should see if they have a community center now, because we apparently we have a local writing group. Because well, the last time I went to my Books a Million, they were talking about the local writing group was going to do a thing, and I'm like, I need to look into that. Yes, fancy. I just met these people, so they're not friend status, but I'm hoping to make friends. That's fair. So, as far as reading goes, how has everybody's reading been? Has anyone read anything fun this month? Anything spooky? Because as we all know, and for those who don't know, I am a horror buff. I greatly enjoy horror. I have, as per the Year Favorites readathon, I have read The Haunting of Velkwood, which was it was a really interesting kind of mystery because this city was like literally wiped off the map, but not in the way that I usually think of when things say wiped off the map. Like it was still there. It's just nobody could get in except three people who were from there, but they didn't want to go back. And it was just the whole thing was trying to figure out this mystery of like or what the characters did because like the narrator knows and you're in her head, but she's like not telling you, right? And then also Mr. Magic, which was a really interesting kind of look into like child acting and children's programs and cults in Hollywood, but with a supernatural element to it. So that one was fun. Oh, I'm trying to remember. There was one more that I really enjoyed, but the name is escaping me. Hold on, let me check my reading chart. Scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. Woo. Oh, and I read Persistence of Memory, which not horror so much, or not like spooky horror so much as it's just paranormal horror. But I love that one. That's one of my favorites by Amelia Atwater Rhodes. Reading I mean, you don't necessarily have to read. I like to know what other people are reading. Sometimes I add it to my list because it sounds interesting. Although if people are looking for good horror, Lizelle Samberry writes some amazing horror, and I recently read her Delicious Monsters. It was so good. Relatable. I haven't been able to read anything recently. Uh, Jessica's been attempting to read one book ever since June. It's not like, or it's not that I don't like the book. I love it, but my brain just does not want to pick it up to actually read it. I feel that if not for audiobooks, and the read aloud feature in my Google Play books, I would not get nearly as many books read as I do throughout the year. Just because migraines and momming make it hard to read physical books anymore. Oh, yes, it is. I think I don't know if it is being released soon or if I am just late to the party, but she has another spooky book coming out. I'm gonna check on that real quick. Lizelle Samberry. Also, her last name is a compound word between Sam and Barry, and every time I see it, I'm like, "Don't murder me, Lizelle." Was it? No, not a Mastery of Monsters. Although that one looks really interesting. I think it might have been Tender Beast that I was looking at, but I haven't read yet. Yeah, Tender Beast. I have no idea what it's about, but I don't need to know anything about it other than Lizelle wrote it. So I'll be looking forward to reading Tender Beast now that I know it is out. I have to look away, otherwise I'll start reading the summary. When y'all pick books to read, do you read the blurbs or the summaries? I used to. I do not anymore, especially now that some blurbs have spoilers past like chapter 3. Because I'm such an anti-spoiler girl. I know that like, which to be clear, I have no judgments for people who like spoilers. There's actually like some studies done that the majority of people enjoy their media more when they have spoilers because like their brain isn't distracted and they're able to just sink into the media, which is why like movie trailers and stuff have gotten more spoilery as time goes on because they cater to the majority. I'm just in the minority of people who enjoy media less when I have the spoilers and stuff. My husband is somebody who enjoys it more when he has the spoilers though. So when we engage in media together and stuff, he'll read the like TV tropes and the spoilers and everything. Whereas I'm just like, don't tell me nothing. Although I do have one exception. If a dog comes on screen in a sci-fi or horror, I'm immediately Googling, does the dog die? That's like my one exception to the rule. JK said I'm going to be reading The Raging Sea by is it D or Duh Elizabeth? It's probably D Elizabeth once I find time to go to the post office. No, they're holding your book hostage. Morgan currently has at least 30 library books of various genres checked out that I haven't finished. I, I'm in this post and I don't like it. Eva may read a blurb when I'm shopping around a bookstore, but when I read the book, no, I like to know very little. Same with movies, to be honest. When I watch Squid Games, I was shook. That's fair. I will read the blurb in a bookstore. I feel like at that point I'm paying money and I'm like, I have to be more like conscientious when I'm exchanging funds. Whereas if I'm just at the library or browsing a like app, the library app or something, I'm like, you read the blurb sometimes. I don't particularly like spoilers. Yeah. My my daughter, as per usual, likes to complain about things. Just that's just her thing lately. She just likes to complain. It's so funny. If she's complaining about something and then you call her bluff about whether or not she actually wants to do it, she backs down so fucking fast. But so like she my husband and I were chilling watching a Godzilla, and my husband started looking something up about it, and she was like, "Are you looking up spoilers?" And he's like, "Yeah." And uh my mind just went blank. Oh, she was like calling him out on seeing spoilers, and I explained to her that some people uh prefer spoilers. And she was like, "Yeah, I know I'm that way." And I'm like, "Then why are you calling your dad out so hardcore?" Okay, she should be good now. The moment saver for 20 full seconds. Rude that you screenshot that, sir. Brain fried in real time. Okay, so sorry. My phone was alerting me that somebody was trying to sign into my email. And I was like looking at the location and trying to figure out if someone was trying to hack me or if it was just my internet child in California trying to sign into Restream on my account. It was the latter. Oh, Jessica's just I fully represented Jessica in that moment. But Fox, my bestie, chose to take a screenshot of my brain reloading in real
Hi.
time. Hi. Did you wake up and remember you were supposed to be here?
Um, so I woke up and then looked at your text messages about me abandoning you and discovered I was supposed to be here
To be fair,
because
I didn't say you abandoned me. I said I'm pretty sure she forgot, and Fox is the one who said you abandoned me.
yes, I did wake up or last night I was awake and I was like, "Oh, when's my first stream tomorrow? Let me look." And then I did, and I'm pretty sure I left a little message saying hi in the chat of this, be like, I'll sleep through it. But apparently I didn't hit send.
I was
Um,
about to say there was no such message.
cool. And then I apparently didn't.
Eva.
I look, I wasn't on the thumbnail. I wasn't on the thumbnail, so my object permanence of my own existence.
I
No,
don't
this is
put
totally me
guest on
dropping
the
the ball.
thumbnail. I don't put guest on the thumbnail of the break stream because sometimes I just throw the break stream invite into the host lounge.
Yes, that is very fair. So you guys aren't getting a camera on, but I am here now.
Uh, that's all right. Eva said one of the meanest things I've done out of spite is spoil a series someone was watching on purpose when they pissed me off. Dexter, I told them someone who dies. I'm not sorry, but I acknowledge it was mean. I
I
am going to just biasly say they deserved it.
I started watching Dexter the other day, and by started I mean I got maybe a half an hour into the first episode, and then I stopped it because I can't do the serial killer main characters. Also, there was a weird incest vibe. So, and then I found out the actor married the actress for his sister or his adopted sister, and I was like, no,
Mm, they
that's
couldn't
the
keep that
incest vibe.
chemistry off camera.
Yeah, seriously.
Uh, Jessica said we stopped, or you stopped talking, and my brain was just like, clearly we stopped functioning, so let's get on that. Jessica's like Sam, or Jessica's brain goes, Sam is the visual representation of me functioning.
Yeah, the Sam stopping
Okay.
functioning was totally my fault. I had to log
Well,
in.
like my phone, it had a little beep noise, and then the screen goes red for a second, and I was
Oh,
like, "Oh
shit.
no, what happened?"
Okay, maybe not all of that was me.
No,
I
it
was just
was.
doing.
Well, it was Google security being like, "Hey, somebody's trying to like sign into you," and I'm looking at it like, "Who the fuck is trying to hack my account?" And then it was like L.A., California, and I'm like, "Is she awake?"
I'm hacking. Hacker voice. I'm in. I did get in. I continued dropping in as the voice. I considered, there we go, dropping in as the voice of God, and not turning on my little icon and just being like, "Hello, Sam.
Oh, you mean like this?
Hello, Sam. Are you sleeping well?" But obviously, I'm much kinder than that.
Yeah. Eva said they divorced.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's somehow
So
worse.
Jessica said the meanest thing I've done on that range is that I spoiled all of Twilight for a friend because he insisted that I had to have read it. I've never read it nor wanted to. That's fair.
My older brother, when I was a child, um, this isn't a spoiler. Actually, I'm bad at telling that. Then I won't say it, but my older brother told me when I was a child of a major character death in Harry Potter. When I was like super
Girl,
obsessed
it's
with
been
Harry
over
Potter.
like 20 years. You can spoil it. It's
Okay,
fine.
cool. I was probably 8, and not my dad, my older brother told me that Dumbledore died, and I was inconsolable. Because maybe I was 7, but that was one of the major character deaths that I like ever read and could not handle it. And I was so mad that he told me. Yeah, this is me, Sam, talking.
Sorry, Eva said it,
I
so
saw.
I had to give it a try.
I don't know if you guys
Eva
can hear,
is
but
so old already.
yeah, Storm is literally screaming at me, but it's fine.
Storm's like, "You're awake, feed me."
Yeah, literally. Yes,
You
I
know
will
what's
feed you.
really funny about this is that so my webcam was working perfectly Friday, and then yesterday the mic on my webcam was working, but the camera wasn't. So I was using my laptop integrated camera, but then I unplugged it and plugged it back in, and the camera part of my webcam started working, but now my laptop's just like, yeah, you have a mic, it's working, but it's not actually working. And so I actually like the audio you guys hear from me is actually from my phone and the camera from my computer. So I just am always lip syncing. Uh, this is this is my phone. So I'm just always lip syncing the voice of Sam God. It's fine. Morgan remembered a video of someone driving down the street and screaming "Snake kills Dumbledore" outside of a midnight book release. Oh, that's dirty.
That's so fucked up. Like, yes, fuck J.K. Rowling, but the people that wanted
Well,
to,
at the time,
yeah, no
that
one knew.
was she wasn't
Yes,
that
well,
that we knew of.
yeah.
She might have
Um,
still been.
but that person doing that is just rude. Not even rude. That's just cruel.
I remember I had issue with her at one point because when she announced that Dumbledore was gay, I like lost respect for her. Not because I need it known I did not lose respect for her because she said Dumbledore was gay. I lost respect for her because little teen Sam was like, for where? For how?
Yeah.
And in my heart and soul, felt like she only did that to spite people who were shipping, oh fuck, who was the really big gay ship? Was it Ron and Harry? No, it
Harry
was
and
Draco and Harry. It was Draco and Harry because at the time Harry had become quite obsessed with Draco. So like, yeah, I felt like I didn't think that ship, but I felt like if she was going to have a gay character and if she was going to have such a big character be gay, that she needed to have it more in the text, or that it needed to just be in the book.
I have a
And
vague memory of it being used as proof, the fact that he like picked up a knitting catalog or something like that, was vaguely interested in it.
oh
People
my
were
god,
like, look, it's in the text.
the reaching that people did after that day
Yeah.
was
Like,
questionable.
no, that's actually kind of homophobic, really.
Man, I miss the days of loving midnight book releases. I was so into that series at the time. Yeah, me and my friend went to the midnight book release for Half-Blood Prince together. It was fun. We didn't know that she was trash. Yes, exactly. I didn't care about JK back then. Like, I literally cared zero about who wrote that book. I, as hipster elite Sam, at like 12 or 13, I became mildly obsessed with authors, especially all the authors who wrote things I read, because I read a book called In the Forest of the Night, which CV and I are going to read this week and talk about on Friday.
Yeah.
And I liked to read about the author. And it said that she wrote the book. Oh, wait. I think Amelia goes by they, them now. That they wrote the book when they were 12. We lost CB. They wrote the book when they were 12, and then it was published when they were 13. And I was like 11 at the time, 11 or 12. So I was like, I could do this. this could be my career, right? In part because I was like, if they did this, this means I don't need a college degree. And for me, like, I really wanted to be a storyteller. But like, I had perceived that all forms of storytelling required a college degree and thus a lot of money, and I was poor. But I was like, no, I can learn, I could teach myself this. And then so I started reading and watching author interviews and stuff. And to this day, I maintain that that's some of the best way to learn things, is by watching the interviews and everything from authors whose writing you enjoy, or at the very least whose techniques you can see, oh, I see why that works, even if it doesn't gel with you.
Yes.
Did the publishers not scrub it from the book? I don't follow this story because it takes over algorithms, so I don't know, but homophobia was even worse in the late 90s. No, they didn't scrub it, but it was not in the book. It did not exist. That was the problem. To this day, I maintain that she did that just to be spiteful. Because
that bitch being spiteful? Never.
Because like, whoever they were, it's whoever fandom was shipping, I think she did not want them to ship. And so to be spiteful, she said that Dumbledore was in fact the one who was gay. Also, she killed Dumbledore shortly after that. So, but yeah, no, there was, and if you asked her, she never provided any evidence of this from the book either. But people would be like, oh, well, the like readers are the ones who like search the book to try to find any semblance of a thing that he was gay. And she, at some point, she did say that actually, I don't even remember if it was her or if it was readers, No, she for sure said that there was no relationship between him and the one guy whose name escapes me.
Grindelwald.
Yeah, she's like, they never had a relationship because Grindelwald was in love with Grindel was in love with the was in love with evil, basically. He was in love with power. And so
Yeah.
so it was
I
an
think that was much more
unrequited
recent, though.
love. And then readers were like, oh, that's why Dumbledore hates the. So, like, really, readers did all the heavy lifting for that.
I think the whole Grindelwald being the object of Dumbledore's affection became a thing later in that, or like I think maybe she alluded to it, and then when she had the option to make it canon with the Fantastic Beasts and be like, hey, there's actually, you can put in this like hand
I
wavy
don't.
tragic love story, and then they
I would
did.
have to. I would have to look if she ever actually said it herself, and I don't want my Google and algorithm to care about that, so I'm not going to look. But from my memory, having been, I was never a big Potterhead, but I had friends who were Potterhead, and I just enjoyed reading the series at the time. But as a Slytherin, I always had issues with her characterization of ambition as evil. Like I was like, that's not doesn't gel with Sam. But like I said, I had friends who were really big into the series and stuff, and I followed authors at the time. She wasn't the only author I was stalking interview wise. Me and Stephanie also have beef that Stephanie don't know about. So, um, but her stance had always been, from my memory, that Dumbledore was madly in love with Grindel, and Grindel was too obsessed with power to give two fucks about Dumble, so that it was a one-sided love. And like I said, fandom, as far as I'm aware, is the one that did all the heavy lifting, all the theories, all the things, and they were really excited about Grindel, um, about the Fantastic Beasts thing, and then nothing came of it. And I know I had friends who were like shocked, and I was like, we should not be shocked. Like, this is what I expected, but
Yeah.
we were such HP fans as it came out. I was in line for books 3 midnight release, and every book after that. I came in at book 5's release. I will admit I was late to the, as per usual, Sam was late to the party. I feel like we should change the topic just because the machine is always that. It's too late, Jessica. I mean, it's not too late to change the topic. It's too late for the machine. I fell off sometime before the last movies. Just watch those at home.
Yeah,
I don't buy it. Yeah, I don't buy anything official or what. It really sucks. I'll go to the bookstore or something and I'll see something really cool that's like fantasy or spooky oriented, and I'm like, oh yeah, this looks awesome. And then I'll see HP and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Why? It's like my current project. No, let's talk about CB's current project.
Why are we talking about my current project?
Your current project is a gay fantasy novel, which, you know, is what the people need after. I felt it was actually topical. My current project is critiquing somebody else's work, and therefore someone who is shy about their work, and therefore I can't actually talk about it. But other than that, I'm just doing lots and lots of momming. And my October project, which is also top secret, I can't talk about nothing. So, CV.
I will talk. What do you want me to talk about? I have actual gay people with actually being gay.
On page gayness.
On page gayness.
Oh, Eva's got a great idea. Anyone drop your log line.
With a one chat message is your limit. Iconic.
Yes.
I need to iron out my log line because I've been doing the whole Rye finds out he's a dragon when dragons attack his village, and I'm like, Do I need to? I need to figure out a better way to say that.
My brain went to like 90s theatrical, well, either late 90s or early 2000s. As you know, I'm one of those millennials who are just like the 90s went from 1990 to 2009. That's the 90s.
2009.
And for whatever reason, a lot of my generation does that. When we talk about the 90s, we're actually talking about the 2000s when we were teenagers.
Is that the same part of the generation who doesn't want to admit the 90s were 30 years ago?
No, there's a Venn diagram of us. Because I like reminding people of that. So I'm not part of that. I'm not part of that part. But what I was gonna say is, so when you're like, I need to work on mine, and my brain immediately goes, a story of might and magic.
Wow. The Merlin intro. In a land of myth and magic, the destiny of a great kingdom rests on the shoulders of a young boy. His name, Whoosh Sound. Merlin.
See, and that was 2008. See, I'm not wrong.
Yeah, the whoosh sound's really important. Because
Morgan, then drop like just the first ones that come to mind, Morgan.
Pick one.
Just the first 5.
Let's see. But yeah, so yeah, I don't have the brain power to do a one sentence thing right now. But after driving to Jacko's village,
I could talk about Not For Her.
Yeah, you can talk about Not For Her.
So Not For Her is the short story that I will be editing in December with my editor, Danica Taylor. My log line for that one is, when Jamie discovers a desperate surprise blocking the coffee cans, he must decide between a deadly game of hide and seek or abandoning her to relive his past.
Bum, bum, bum.
Dun. I should have copy pasted it into the chat for people who process through reading as opposed to listening.
Storm is circling. I think she likes it.
Jessica, after a student is killed in a strange way, Niall, thank you. Niall must prove his crush's innocence while unveiling the mystery plaguing Crowley Academy. I almost said Cowboy Academy.
Crowley.
Yeah, well, I say Crowley, but yes, Crowley. Either way, Crowley is a drastically different vibe from Cowboy.
Yes. Both could be fun, though.
Yes. Oh, it wasn't my dyslexia. That is an exclamation point in Killed to avoid the censor bar. I got it. Very interesting, though. Yes, Cowboy Academy, perfect.
I think it's so funny that for censorship reasons, Dick Grayson, the first Robin, if there's any discussion about him, like on TikTok especially, they can't say his name, even though it's his fucking name. So they'll do the Dick with the reverse exclamation point, and then like a million other things. And it's funny, but also kind of sad.
It is. Such mystery, much fear. Well, like, I'm interested in Crowley Academy. Cowboy Academy, I would have drastically different expectations for.
They can't teach this shit in school.
What'd you say?
I said they can't teach this shit in school. It's in your heart. The way of the cowboy. You don't think I should be like a voiceover person?
Not for cowboys.
Yeah, fair. In a world of horses and cattle.
Oh my gosh.
Fully almost hit the end stream button because it is way too close to chat on my phone. Let me switch hands. Uh, uh, so my little thing that I'm gonna attempt to do for my little blurb is after dragons attack his home, Rai discovers that no, I don't like that. Rai discovers that he is dragon. He is part dragon. He is a dragon. Um,
I just like that he is dragon.
he is dragon. He dragon. What is he dragging?
Dragon up.
Uh, and he has to go on an adventure. Uh,
I'm
to
sorry. Jessica said learning that roping and
Yep.
riding means a whole different thing at this academy.
Jessica, I'm trying to say stuff, but I'm obviously good at saying. Stop
Oh,
distracting us with
okay,
your
but
witty and funniness.
Jessica made a great log line for Cowboy Academy.
But Rai has to go on an adventure to stop the dragons. To steal something? To stop the dragons from destroying anything else? I definitely need to work on this. Before Jason was introduced as a POV character, I did have one written out because I had to back when this was a beginning of a script. But
Mhm.
the fact that Jason fully does not appear in the logline I just gave, and he is the secondary protagonist, probably needs a little adjusting. But that's future CB's problem.
A reunion of high school sweethearts brings a second chance at true love, but guilt and fear are difficult to overcome, and forgiving those who hurt you can be easier than forgiving yourself. This there is a romance I would pick up. I would also pick up Crowley Academy and Cowboy Academy.
There's very little you would not pick up, Sam.
I was wondering if you would point that out.
Mm-hmm. I know you.
Morgan tells us about book 1.
And potentially book 2.
No, I just need to know about book 1.
Yeah. I was expecting a the story continues.
Book 2 takes place after book 1.
It does, or maybe before. Maybe there's time travel, Sam. It would depend on what timeline you're referring to. To say,
I was about to say, in the timeline of their life, it would still be after book 1.
yes, me trying to explain time travel to my professor who has never watched or consumed any time travel media for my thesis, and me being like, okay, other than like Back to the Future. Um, you're like, yes, so it was the past. It was the past for Eris, but yes, it is the future. But it's a future that will never happen now.
This is a future that is about to be destroyed.
Destroyed. Erased from existence.
That's good to hear because it's so vague, but how can it not be in one sentence? Well, see, that's the thing. That's what makes loglines tricky. They must be specific to your story, but vague in general because they're just supposed to kind of like pull people in. Like typically people who consume media know the, like, even on a subconscious level, they know the patterns of the marketing for things that they enjoy, and so that's really kind of more what they're processing than the specifics of like the names and everything.
Mm-hmm. I think the formula, and this is just me drawing from memory, so I might mess it up a little, is after inciting incident, comma, protagonist must goal or steaks.
Yeah, that's one of the formulas.
Yeah.
Right. It's more of a premise in one line than a plot or summary. Yeah. When you market to all levels, broad to specific, readers are so varied. Yeah, exactly. Gotta catch 'em all, readership. Couldn't even fit former sweethearts, and that really bothered me. It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. It was the tiniest of times. It could be longer than a YouTube chat for sure. Great work making it fit. Oh yeah, like definitely on your book and stuff, you're not limited by a YouTube comment.
I thought YouTube's just gonna like pop up in my existence and slap me across the face and be like, no, let's do more than 200 characters.
Morgan says, book 3 is getting done. All right, well, it is 10 till stream number 12, which is Sarah's stream. And I'm sure peeps are eager to get back to work, to get some stuff done, especially since many people were probably waking up or getting prepared for the day. This has been Sam. I co-organize this whole shebang, and CB.
And I've been here the whole time. Shout out Sam Reich.
Stealing Sam Reich's.
I am. He can come and talk, honestly. Actually, no, that's kind of scary. He can come and talk to me about it.
We stream together a lot, especially on my Mondays. We do flash fiction free-for-alls, quarterly parties, write-ins. This Monday, we will be doing a book talk on Grandmaster Demonic Cultivation Volume 3. And then at our regular time, 7 p.m. Central, we will be discussing the movie Interview with Vampire. And I will likely do so much research on Anne Rice to prepare for that. I'm excited.
And I will watch the movie and nothing more.
That's fine. You don't have to do anything else.
Someone needs the audience arrogant of not knowing things, and I am naturally falling into that category.
We also do Whip Wednesday, which is a 3-hour block where we stick to a mostly strict sprinting regimen to get as much work done on our current projects as possible. And Friday we'll be doing another book talk on In the Forest of the Night, which, as I mentioned earlier, was the book that made me decide I can do this author thing. So thank you all for joining us in chat. It is a vampire, yes.
Look, Eva, you know what? I'm going to walk out of your closet, waggle my finger in your face.
CB will be hosting stream 13, and I will be there for that. So we'll see you guys on stream later. Bye.
Yep. Bye.